What's up, freaks, beasts, and athletes? It's DC here with Genesis Strength TV and InsaneFootballTraining.com. With football season right around the corner, I want to give you guys 4 ways to make sure that you impress your coaches starting from day one. Tip number 1, always be the first person out to practice and the last one in. Always make sure that whenever that bell rings, whenever you're going into the locker room, don't screw around with the other guys. Don't BS with them and talk about your day. Slap on your pads, slap on your jersey, grab your helmet, grab your cleats, and get out to the practice field. Be the first one out there so the coaches, they're already out there for the most part. Help them set up drills if they need it. Just be out there first. Same thing applies at the end of practice. After no matter how tired you are, no matter how hard the practice was, once you have that team meeting and you break it down, when everybody else is walking back into the locker room and talking about whatever, stay out there, talk with the coaches, walk back with the coaches, help them pick up equipment if it's needed, but always be the first person out and the last person in. Tip number 2, ask questions. What that means is make sure you're paying attention. If something doesn't seem right or if you have a valid question, don't be scared of what your teammates are going to think, or if you don't get it, stick your hand up, ask the question, or grab the coach, on the sidelines and ask them to go by it again, because the last thing they want to happen is someone to be in a situation on the field where they don't get something when it was just a simple question they should have asked while at practice. Our coaches had a bad time about this when I was in high school, where it was a 1 or 2 type thing. They said it twice. If you didn't get it, it was basically on you. And so by not asking questions, there was a lot of times we were out on the field and we would have issues and screw-ups because somebody just didn't understand what was supposed to happen. And one, they were too scared to ask questions because other people, they thought the other teammates who were probably thinking the same question you had, would laugh at them because they were stupid. And 2, the coaches didn't really seem like they were open to questions, which shouldn't have mattered. If I had an issue, I should have still gone to them. Take my mistake, use my mistake, make sure that you ask questions. Tip number 3 is to make sure that you are motivating your team. I don't care how tired you are, how hard that play was that you just finished, how hard the conditioning was, it doesn't matter. If you just got the crap kicked out of you, pop up and don't worry about it. It happens, and motivate the rest of your team. Start yelling and screaming for the guy who's going right after you. Those are the type of things, that motivation, that fire that coaches are always looking for, that they deem leaders and people to lead their team, which will impress that coach. And finally, tip number 4 is to never turn off your motor if you want to impress your football coach. Never turn off your motor means always go a half a second to a second longer than who you're going against. If they want the drill run at 80, run it at 85%. Keep doing that until the coach tells you to tone it down, and then still don't tone it down. If they tell you to tone it down, that means they're noticing. Now, don't take it off the deep end where you're in shorts and shorts and helmets doing walkthroughs and you're trying to lay people out. But never quit and always keep pushing it. Keep that motor running. No matter what it is, you should be going at 110% and making sure that everybody else is trying to follow your example by motivating. So there's your 4 tips to make sure that you are going to be able to impress your football coaches at the start of the season, to get in their good graces, to get them to notice you, especially if you're going into a new school, starting a new season under a new team. Put these 4 tips into effect. If you haven't, subscribe to the videos, hit that subscribe button to make sure you're able to check out all the videos that we put up. Click that link below. Subscribe to the InsaneFootballTraining.com so you are able to download your free football training cheat sheet to help you become the best football player available. Now you guys know, and knowing is half the battle.